It's Kristina. We're here for another week of the Authentic You Power Talks. And today we are going to talk about how to keep ourselves motivated, which is always a good one to lean into. We talk about everything to get yourself empowered, to put you in a position where you are decluttering your life, you are really setting yourself up for success in all parts of your life. And this is really about leaning into the authentic you and loving yourself and showing up in a way that you are so empowered. You can make choices right now to change your life. Can you imagine? So today we're going to talk about, here are some tips and practical tips as to how we can make our motivation stick. We're going to get into today's conversation. I've got 154 people in the room already. This is awesome. My name is Kristina Holly. I'm the founder of the Authentic You Coaching and Holly Consulting. And I'm here today because I love to help people transform. And this is what I do. I do this for a living. I help people and organizations transform as well, to really see where they've been blocking themselves. Sometimes we need that extra motivation. Sometimes we need to have someone be able to hold the mirror up to really be able to go deep. And we go deep on this show. And I will tell you, I like realness, because the superficial fixes, I'm not your girl. If that's what you're looking for, I'm not your girl. But if you are looking for real sustained change and you keep showing up here on a regular basis, I promise you're going to walk away with something. And it's you seeing you and what your capabilities are. And that's when you're going to blow your mind. Let's get into today's conversation. So let's do this. We need to talk about motivation. I feel like many people out there are looking for everybody to motivate them. And they can motivate themselves, but it's temporary. And the reason why it's temporary is because you're not tapped into you. You're not fueling it from the inside. You're looking for the external world to do it for you. And that's only going to be short-lived. So let's be honest about motivation. It isn't there all the time. It's there sometimes when you want it, usually when you're starting some sort of plan in the beginning. Oh, we're all gung ho, and then we go into the dip. And sometimes you can come out of it. And then there's other days where we can't. So some days you're really fired up, and other days you're just tired. You're like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe, I'm so tired and I deserve a break and I deserve that glass of wine and I deserve this. Don't do it. Just don't. Don't do it. The reason why I say this is because I really want you to just follow the momentum, because there is momentum. So that's why even with today, when I'm saying get up, move around, take this hour that you're with Kristina and tidy up the house, do something that's going to make you feel good after. You'll be like, I did it. When I get messages from people, I cleared that pile of paper. Awesome. Do more. Because once you slow down, then you can lose the momentum. So there's a whole idea, even with workout regimens. If you're in this workout, when sometimes you're really in the zone and you're in that workout zone and you're go, 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 and then you start giving yourself a break and then a break, and then you fall off the wagon. And once you fall off the wagon, it's so tough to get yourself back into it again. So I'm just wanting you to be aware. I'd rather you do little things every day towards whatever it is. So let's use the gym as an example. I go to the gym every day and you do all this stuff. That's your thing. Well, maybe one of those days you can't make it to the gym or you're a little bit tired. It doesn't mean that you stop. Maybe you choose to do something differently. Maybe you choose to go for a walk around the block, that you move your body in your house. It's not all or nothing. So that's the idea of momentum. It's something that you are responsible for. It's not only for other people to get you pumped up. How do you get that coming in from you where you're fired up and you want to take action, even if it's baby steps? That's a good thing. So the good news about motivation, it's not something that you wait for. It's actually something you build. And you build it through small little choices done consistently all the time with intention. And we're going to talk about that. today, how we do those baby steps in order to get us where we need to go. Now, number one, I suggest if you are somewhere, you can listen to the re-recording after, or if you're somewhere and you're doing as I ask, you're up and you're walking around and it's making me smile now because I know that there is some people that maybe they're sweeping, maybe they're putting their kids' clothes away, who knows what they're doing, but I'm excited. If you're somewhere where you get a pen and paper, let's just write them out. Just write these key points out. How to keep yourself motivated. First one, why are you doing it? What's your why? And I know everybody, oh, what's my why? I don't know. No. Your why has to be something that is so baked in that when it feels like horrible, that you still are going to do it. You still show up for yourself because this is why you want big change. There's somewhere in there, based on whatever the motivation is that you needed, it's obviously to lead you to some sort of freedom. Maybe it's more time with your kids, maybe being healthy with your kids, or maybe it's having flexibility to do things that you love. Maybe you want to travel the world. These are big whys. They're deeper than what money brings you or material success. It is something that is deep in you that gets you fired up. You're like, because I want to show myself I can do it. Whoa, that's a good one. Because if it's to prove to yourself that you can do this, then I think that's a good why. Because sometimes we kind of forget. We just go through, oh, I should do this. Well, go deeper. Why are you doing it? Not should do it. Why? Because I can have more time with my kids if I'm healthier. I can be more joyful or not feel self-conscious when I'm out with people. Think about that. So the practical action on that is write your why down. Put it on a sticky note, put it on the bathroom mirror, put it on your laptop, put it on the fridge, put it everywhere. And let that anchor you when you are feeling tough, the tough days. When it's tough, we have them. Sometimes we're really tired. Sometimes we don't want to do stuff. But you can invest 5 minutes for yourself, 10 minutes, 15 minutes for yourself every day. I know when I've worked with clients and they're like, well, I don't really have time. I don't have time to do 30 minutes of exercise or yoga. You don't have time for 30 minutes for yourself? Think about that, ladies and gents. 30 minutes. That is a sitcom. You could ride a bike and watch that. And then you did the exercise. But it's when we forget that it's about really having that investment in self. Why is it important? And I want you to say, when it's hard, I want you to say, I'm not just working, I'm building my legacy as to whatever that is. I'm building my life so I can spend it happily and healthy as I move into the future. So I think that's really awesome. So I'm going to bring my two guests up here. I would ask you, lovely guests, you can have other things to share, but since we're right into it, what is your why? Do you have a why that you can share with the group so they can really understand if you needed motivation towards something? And if you're not there, that's totally cool. But I'm going to propose it because it directly links with today's chat. So I'm going to bring Kim up and then I have April. Kim, how's it going?
Did you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I have no idea what my why is.
Well, great pause there. You just have gone on a huge journey with food.
Oh,
And
you want that one?
yeah, sure. I think that's perfect because I
Okay.
want practical examples so people can see it. So let's do it.
So this year, I was feeling very fatigued. I was very overweight. I have a bad blood circulation in our family, and so if I get too overweight, then it really affects me, and I can't move and I can't do what I have to do. And so this year, I made it a goal to get my body back, to get my mind back, to get me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I looked into a homeopathic doctor, who's also a Christian, a life
Nice.
coach, and a therapist, and a million different things. So I decided to do me this year.
Oh, I love it.
And so it's been rough. I eat a lot of boiled eggs.
We know, but it's good.
But crazy thing, boiled eggs really do make you lose weight. I didn't believe it at first, but I am what
Mm-hmm.
months, 2 months into it. I'm on my second detox,
Mm.
and it's just been amazing. I
Well,
have
and
less stress. This
well,
week
and
is very stressful, actually, but for some reason, I'm just at peace.
Well, and the one thing I would say, Kim, let's really lean into that because you've shown up here and you've been like, hey, it's a tough day, but you kept at it. That's the part, that's the anchor. It's going to be tough at times, but I want to be me and I want to be healthy and I want to have all this goodness for my body that you kept going. If it's at
But
the end, then
I'm
it's
just
yes,
saying, you keep pushing through it because there
yes,
is that rainbow on the other side.
yes.
I
Well, you're
am
proof of
healthier
that.
than I've ever been. I'm
Mm.
happy. I'm
Mhm.
lost 13 pounds eating boiled eggs and a high protein diet.
I love it. I'm really proud of you because I do think that you were showing up for yourself by making these choices. So keep at it. Yay, Kim. That's amazing, guys. These are live, practical. This is not just something from a book. We want to hear it. We want to hear live, practical stuff because this is life. And when you can hear it, Kim can do it. And you know what Kim's doing while we're, because you guys know that I'm always promoting that you guys go do something for the next hour because you're going to be so happy afterwards. She's working on the floor right now. She's listening and participating and doing something. So after, it's an extra productive time. So we absolutely love that. I'm going to bring April up now and see what April has to say. I haven't had April on the stage before. Hi, April.
For you.
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. That picture of me is hilarious. So, congratulations to Kim, first of all. This is my first live that I've actually spent more than 3 minutes. Sometimes I pop in and out, but this particular topic interested me is I don't believe in accidents or coincidences.
I agree.
Pushed the button that said, join me as a guest. And I thought, I'm already in the class. So I'll just push the button. And I had no idea that I was pushing the button to say hi. So hi.
Hey.
I will get up and walk because I came in late, so I didn't realize I was supposed to be moving and painting. So we'll get this all under control.
Love
But
it.
my why is I turned 50 this year, and 50 has been really good to me. I am a caregiver of someone who has mental health issues. I'm a guardian of a said person. I had a daughter who is old enough to take care of herself now. My husband and I aren't raising children now, so we're getting back to life and just having fun. So my is being able to go out with my husband, by myself, with our family,
Aw.
and just I keep telling everybody this summer is I'm out in these streets. Now, out in these streets means that I'm out in these streets for 30 minutes at a time because it's too hot and I have asthma. But that
Okay.
just means going to the farmer's market
I
or
love
going
it.
to the library. I was at work today, and in my local town, we have 22 metro libraries. And I promised myself that this summer, I'm going to go to every one of those. I'm going to go to every one of our parks and recreation centers. I might only spend 10 minutes in there, but I'm going, I'm doing, I'm not waiting for anyone else to go, do you want to go with me?
Oh, I
Or,
love
hang
this.
out and just be like, oh, I'll just wait till everybody wakes up because I get up early and nobody else does. And I'll sit around the house until 12. And the old April was like, we'll sit around until 12 or 1 o'clock. The 50-year-old April now is like, hey guys, just so I'm going when
Oh
I
my
feel like
gosh.
going. And if you want to go with me, I would love it. But I'm not going to sit around and wait for people to do. So my why is continuing to feel what I'm feeling and letting these things come up that are good and that and saying I deserve it because
Oh,
I do. I
yes, you do.
absolutely do. And it's
Yes,
not
you do.
cocky and it's not being humble. It's just realizing now that I am on the other side of parenting. So just quickly for those of you who are in the thick of it, God bless you. It's going to be okay. And sometimes let your kid go play out in the dirt and rain and just say, let them, maybe even join them. It's going to be okay. But I can say that now because I'm 50 with a 22-year-old.
I have a 12 and a 14-year-old, so I'm in it.
You're in the thick of it, and it's going to be okay. It's so my why is all of that, and I am so sick of the aches and pains. I'm too young to have this many aches and pains. When I get up, my pelvic goes to the left and my body goes to the right. And so getting up and moving without pain.
This is awesome. Super motivating, right? Because you're living your truth, girl. Yeah. You're doing your thing. And what happens when we witness other people doing that? It gives us permission to do the same. I really appreciate you sharing that, because I think that you going to those libraries, it just makes me smile. It's just like, why wouldn't you go to those libraries? You do it, right?
Well,
what are we waiting for?
I told my husband I was going to the library, the main library downtown, huge library. We get down there. I was going to buy a shirt out of the library gift shop, and we were there for an hour because there's a Lego thing there, and it was a scavenger hunt, and that was our date day. So fun. And all I wanted to do was go in to the gift shop because there was one particular shirt I wanted, and you can't get it online. So I was forced to go in the library, and an hour or so later, we had gone to each floor and did a scavenger hunt. Oh, wow. So fun. And you know what? There's fun. That element of play that you mentioned. We are meant to be playful. So leaning into that is so joyful, and keep going. I think that's awesome. April, nice to meet you, April. Thank you so much. What a share. I think that is really a beautiful example. Another one, practical example, is to why not, right? What's my why is that I want to live my life. I want to do things that I desire. I don't want to feel as though I'm going to live a life of regret. That is another amazing why. That's pretty powerful. So when we understand you are equipped right now to have that motivation, but that's you wanting it. How bad do you want it? You got multiple chapters in the rest of your life. What are you going to do with it? What's your why? So thank you, April, for sharing that. That is awesome. And then now I'm going to go on to the next one. So again, a friendly reminder. I hope you guys are moving around or you're cleaning up something. Take this hour for you. Go do it, and you won't, trust me, it will feel like nothing because you're just listening and being motivated right now. The next one is really learning how to take bite-sized pieces. Overwhelm can kill motivation. That's what I'm trying to say. If we were overwhelmed, it can totally make you feel like, why bother? If the mountain feels too big, well, I can't do it, so why would I even do it? When I was told to do 100 burpees, I couldn't stand burpees at the time. 100 burpees. I was like, I can't do that. But what I did was, one, I reframed it, told myself that I loved burpees, and I did 10 burpees at a time. And then next year, I completed the task of 100 burpees. I was so proud of myself. But that is the exact same example for anything. If your house is feeling like a bomb just went off in it, that can feel overwhelming. That can feel like the clutter and everything is just taking over. It's just, oh, why bother? This is just the way I live. This is the way it is. Is it, or did you give up? And here's the thing. I'm not saying that it has to be all or nothing. Just break it into bite-sized pieces. If you're climbing that mountain, you can't make it to the top yet, just climb up to one level where you feel comfortable. And then take a break. Then climb up the next level. When we know that we can do that, it really makes it enjoyable, achievable. There's a reason why they say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Because if you look at the whole elephant, you think, there's no way I'm going to be able to do that. But if you break it down with one bite at a time, next thing you're doing it, you're in it. An example would be if you look at a 5K run and you're like, oh my gosh, oh, that would be nice. I don't know if I can do it.
Well, just start with 5 minutes or start with walking and set the timer. And then next week, as you get stronger, you go a little bit more and you increase the task by, let's say, 10 minutes. As you can see, it's like moving the levels one at a time. The key is identifying what level are you at? Do you have zero motivation? Are you totally overwhelmed with that house and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go home. That's how bad it is. If you're feeling like that, we got to slowly ease you in and just empower you to do one little spot at a time because it's too much stuff. And sometimes we get more stuff and it just like, it makes us feel good temporarily, but on the long term, we're just adding more noise. We can't get to that place of motivation. It just gets buried. The reason why I want to talk about this is that you can look to other things to motivate you, but the real gem is when you can lean into your personal motivation. How motivated would you be if you knew that you couldn't walk a certain distance and then all of a sudden, because you decided one day, why I can't do this anymore. I want to be healthy for my kids. I want to be able to move. As April said, I don't want to aches and pains anymore. And you started to do it, little baby steps. And then you got to the point where you're like, oh my gosh, I just walked for a half an hour. And you're like, how did that happen? But now you're feeling better and you might want to walk more. So I'm using walking as an example, whatever it is for you. Just know that you are empowered to meet it wherever you need to go. As long as you are moving, it's moving from, let's say, level 1, level 2, level 3. But all those levels you're moving. So let's say one day you're a little bit tired and you can't get to level 3 because it just feels too much and so overwhelming. Try and do one little thing. So I used the example before. Let's say you can't get to the gym and you're feeling stressed and you're running around. No, that is not what we're trying to do here. But can you make a commitment to move your body that day? And if you can do that, that's a win. That's still you moving the dial. You may not feel it, but you are moving the dial. But if you're sitting down and not doing anything, that is not moving the dial. That actually, it's almost like slowing the momentum. It's like you're putting the brakes on. So it's better to, even if you have to move at a level 1 instead of the big picture level 3 where you're running marathons, that's okay. But just meet it where it needs to be met. But keep the momentum going. Keep showing up for yourself because it's extremely powerful when we do. I'm going to pause here and actually I'm going to do one more, guys, and then I have 2 guests. So that is bite-sized pieces. So I want you to really think about that. Instead of writing an entire book, maybe just write a paragraph. Simple. Break it into bite-sized pieces. You can do this, but keep going. Just if you're moving around your house and you're doing stuff, I'm high-fiving you right now because you're moving and you're doing it. You're not slowing down and saying, I give up. Even little steps are going to help you with building that momentum. So it's amazing. Keep going. To pair on that is that we have to celebrate the little wins. It is extremely important to celebrate the little wins. In business, when I was in corporate, in my senior HR job and living a different life, I would go into offices all the time and I'd be like, oh my gosh, guys, we just did this. This is amazing. And I would have people turn around and go, oh my goodness, Kristina, you celebrate everything. I'm like, I celebrate everything. You know why? Because if you're waiting for the big one, you may never celebrate. You might just feel like a wet blanket. You can't get there. You can't reach it. But if you can celebrate the little wins as you go, guess what? That gives you a little pep in your step that allows you to keep going. For example, did you wake up for your morning walk? Yes, you did it. Did you go and make a better food choice today? You did? High five. That's amazing. Did you show up for yourself and choose not to hang out with a friend that is totally toxic, who really doesn't vibe with you at all. That is amazing. Those are wins because you are choosing you. You are making better choices for you. And when you are doing that, there is nothing more powerful than that. And we could do a little game here. Here's another little practical application. We can have fun with it. Do a little celebration jar or maybe a celebration journal, but write one thing every day. I would say write a lot of things because we have lots to celebrate. Because when we start looking at the good things that are going on, guess what? Momentum builds and there's more good things that come in. It's called abundance. There is abundance that flows into your life when you start celebrating these wins that you're doing along the way. And I want that for every single one of you when we understand that. So we want to lean into these wins. We want to lean into the things that you are showing up, how you're showing up for yourself. So if you have a little journal or you have something on your phone, maybe an audio thing, make a little memo for yourself. So proud of my little audio clip. I'll do it right now. So proud of myself. I cleared all that big pile of paper while I was talking to Kristina, and now I don't need to worry about it. That's a win. I'll take it. That's awesome, right? I'm proud of myself because I chose better choices at the restaurant. I'm proud of myself because I chose to be around really good people and not have people pull me down to a different level. That is incredible. So when we do those little memo logs for us, however you want to do it, you can write it. You can have a little thing, a little book by, I don't know, where you go all the time, maybe by the dishwasher or wherever you go all the time. Have a little book there to jog that little memory of celebration. You know why? One, it's for the moment, but two, it's for the days when you feel as though you're not going anywhere. You pick up that book or you take your phone and you listen to those audio memos and you go, I am doing this. Listen to these wins. I did show up for myself. And you know what happens? You are motivating yourself. Not because you're listening to other people, you're listening to your practical wins. That is really powerful. And it shows you the progress. And progress really is proof that you're growing. It is showing you that you are putting the time in, you're showing up for yourself. And when you have those days, you can say, oh, wow, I am growing. I know I've had that many times. Sometimes when we're in it, you're in it and you're just swimming, right? Dory from Finding Nemo, just keep swimming. That's good. But sometimes we're so in it swimming that we don't even see how far we've come. So those little celebrations help us go, whoa, wow, man, I have come a long way. And I had conversations with someone recently and I'm like, wow, corporate Kristina has bumped up 2.0, right? I moved in this whole other space, which I never dreamed that would happen. But I absolutely love that it did because I just kept swimming, but celebrating along the way. So if you want it to be your health journey, your weight loss journey, your emotional journey, your journey to yourself, these are all wins, guys. This is awesome. However you want, the message is the same. Show up for yourself, log it so you can see it as proof, your personal proof that you got this. I'm going to pause here now and I'm going to bring up Jessica.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How you doing?
Doing really good. I was actually just listening to your conversation and how you do baby steps, and that's basically what I do. I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes 4 years ago, and I was at my heaviest, which was at 245. And I've always done baby steps when it comes to losing weight. Instead of a big number, I pick a small number. I'm down to 210 pounds. And I wasn't even trying to get that low. I just started with 5 pounds. If I can lose 5 pounds in 1 year, that's a big goal for me. I can't, if I do a big goal, I look at it and I get depressed and I say, never mind, I'm not going to do it. I don't need to do it. It's just too hard.
Mm-hmm.
I always do baby steps on and everything. On top of that, I have a lot of people who support me. I have my friends who support me. I have my coworkers who support me. I have my family who supports me. I have a wellness coach who I see once a month, and she has been probably my biggest encourager. We always talk everything. We talk about where my low fails were, then what can I do to make it change,
So good.
so even my doctor is behind me. She says, 4 years ago, you were 245. You were down to 210. She says,
Yay.
I never, even if I do give up for a short period of time, I start fresh. I don't completely give up.
So good.
For Christmas, I didn't take my medicine. I didn't eat right. I gained 20 pounds back. And then the first of the year, I said, you know what? I need to have more energy. I need to be able to do what I want to do, enjoy my nieces and nephew without feeling so tired.
Mm-hmm.
And just a week ago, I got on the scale with my wellness coach. She says, you're down to 210. I said, no way.
Yay.
So baby steps and small goals are what helps me the most. And I do surround myself with people who support me. I don't surround with people who are negative. It's those, and I tell my friends and my family, this is my goal. This is what I want to do. This is why I'm doing it. And they're always there to support me. And that's been a big help for me.
I think it's amazing, right? Again, Jessica's sharing practical, guys. This is real. Jess is in it. So basically, your why is I want to be able to have energy to hang out with my nieces and nephews. And then I love the fact that your goals, that you share them and you surround yourself with the right people who are high-fiving you. They want you to get to your goal. I think that that is a really great message to share. And the baby step part, it makes me laugh. Have you ever seen, I don't know why I'm laughing, but the movie What About Bob?
Yes,
Do you ever
I
remember?
actually do.
Right?
Yes. And it was always baby steps.
Right? That's what it made me think of. Baby steps to the onto the bus,
Exactly.
baby
And
steps,
that's
right?
what I do with my wellness coach. She said, well, what's your goal? I said, well, I do baby steps. She said, what do you mean baby? I said, well, if I set a goal too high, I says, and I don't achieve it, I says, I get depressed and then I quit. I said, so I do. I says, baby steps help me a whole lot better than a huge big goal. Because a big goal, I won't attain it because I'll get depressed and I'll say it's too hard. So I've lost 5 pounds this month. Let's go for the next 5 pounds. And it's like I got a walking pad 3 months ago because during the summer it's very hot to walk. I started with 5 minutes for the first week to see how well I did. Then I extended this 10 minutes the following. I'm now up to 45 minutes a day on my walking pad.
Can I pause you? What's a walking pad?
A walking pad is what we call a miniature treadmill. When you have a small apartment, you don't have room for a treadmill. Walking pad, and it's just like a treadmill, only a little smaller. And
Does it fold up?
Yes, it does.
Oh, I like this.
Or you can slide it underneath your couch or under your bed. So I got one off of TikTok in my favorite color, pink, which gives me more incentive to get on.
I love that. That is awesome. I think that's totally motivated. And you can get it in pink. How cool is that?
Exactly. So I give myself little goals to be able to achieve them. And I know a lot of people do a lot of big goals and you get to the point where you don't get them and it's like, never mind, I'm not doing this. I'll never get there. I don't look at the future. I look at what can I do on my next step.
Jessica, what an amazing share. Thank you, Jessica. It's the first time that you've been on my stage anyways, but boy, wisdom. So really aligning up with the baby steps. Baby steps is a game changer. Maybe you can't dream of running a marathon, but can you see if you can walk for 2 minutes down to the end of the street and back? That's where everybody starts. Start building off those goals one at a time. And when you do, you feel so good. That's the whole point. The point is about you feeling good about yourself. Not good, great. So when you're starting to see the progress with those little baby steps, that's a game changer. It's a game changer. Because exactly what Jessica said, sometimes when you get these lofty goals, and you guys know me, I always say you got to have the North Star goal, the big goal. But how you get there can be many different ways. If you don't have these little tricks to get you there with baby steps, that big goal can seem like a dream that will never come to life. And it can be very discouraging. It's so easy to go, well, yeah, that's never going to happen. And you do it for 2 weeks, you don't see results, you're getting frustrated. And when it goes, remember, that's why it's so important. When it dips, you got to dig deep. Why are you doing this? And if it is something really meaningful and important, you will keep going. And maybe you won't do the big steps, but you'll do little steps every day and you'll keep moving and doing your thing. So thank you so much, Jess. That was awesome. Really lined up, practical example for small little wins, celebrating the small wins, the baby steps. It totally aligned. So I wanted the real life example. So Jess, great one. Thank you. I have 2 more points for you. Number 4, surround yourself with good energy. Motivation needs to be fueled. So I always say multipliers. I wrote about it in my book. The multipliers are boosters. They are going to make you feel great. They are the people when you are feeling off track and you're kind of, oh gosh, I don't feel like it. They're the people that go do it, man. Go do it. There are people like me. Get up right now. Get up, walk around and clear stuff while we're talking. You're going to be so happy. I don't mind being the bad guy. I don't mind because it's for the good. But a multiplier, the energy booster, is the person that you want to go to if you're feeling as though I'm struggling, I'm having a tough day here. You want to make sure that you're getting the multiplier in place to help boost you. It's almost like when you are around them, it's like lighting fire in rain. So if you're the rain, you're feeling like I'm having a day, I'm in a low, I can't. Who are your multipliers? And the goal is surround yourself with as many as possible. You'll know who they are. They're boosters. And if you don't have any in your life, go find some because they are going to make you feel great. The opposite is the diminishers. Do not surround yourself with diminishers when you are trying to find motivation, because they will give you every excuse why you need to sit on the couch, why you shouldn't do it. That didn't work for this person. They will take the energy and really pull it to low vibrational space and make you feel not great. So it's kind of like, remember, you're on a growing journey. So you want people around you that are going to high five you and be there with you when it feels tough, but they can give you that strong little encouragement to keep you going if you need it. Not the ones that are going to be like, oh, you should doubt yourself. Why would you even think that? Doubt yourself. You think you can do it? No, you can't. Whoa, we do not need that kind of energy around you, especially when you're on this journey of self-discovery and really trying to tap in to this really amazing essence of who you are. That's all energy, guys. So when we are in that space, your energy is the most important thing that you have. It's the essence of who you are. It's what drives you to get up out of bed and live your life every day. So be sure that we are leveraging it for our motivation. That is like a turbo booster. You could turbo boost, motivate yourself the whole time if you were leaning in to your energy without the noise, without the doubting, without the negativity, without the guilt, without the jealousy. If you did that, you would be on fire. So I want you to really think about how you are surrounding your energy. Your practical tip today, I want you to curate your environment with stuff like this. I will pump you up. I will motivate you. That's not a problem. But get more podcasts, get more music, get inspiring voices in your ear to keep you going when you are feeling kind of low. That is being clever. That is being smart. Your energy matters. I would say it's one of the top things because that's the booster. Really start following people that make you feel alive, excited. I can do this. So you can believe in yourself, who spark your inner spirit. So even when you're feeling like blah, I'm going to use myself, but there's a gazillion people out there. You're either going to jive with me or you're not, but go re-listen to one of these talks and putter around, go for the walk, go and do something. There is a million things that you can get out there. But the key is it's a personal journey. Does it make you feel alive? Does it get you excited? And if we're going to do that, if we're going to pick 3, write it down, 3. That's another little synchronicity there. But 3, write that down, because you're also going to say no to 3 conversations that are draining you or making you feel deflated. So people, places, things. So it can be 3 people. I'll give you a freebie. You can mix it. 3 things. It could be the news. It could be podcasts. It could be places. It could be people. Get rid of 3 things in your life that are making you feel deflated or drained. You'll thank me for that one. Your energy is priceless. You cannot put value on that. So please guard it and respect it. For many years, we weren't talking about energy. I was the odd one that was like, oh, I don't know, I'm so tired. And I'd be like, oh, because I was with energy vampires everywhere. That does not happen anymore. And guess what? Then you have all your energy so you can focus in on making yourself healthier, having better choices, being clearer on the path. And guess what? You meet other people that are doing the same thing and they're high-fiving you along the way. So find the things that are going to really light you up, that make you feel alive. I would say find some multipliers in your life. And then the 5th one is talk to yourself like someone you love. Looking in the mirror every day doesn't take much. You're there anyways because you're brushing your teeth. Look in the mirror and go, my friend, you look great today. Hello, my friend. What are we doing today? Hello, my friend. Just start with hello, my friend. I don't know. For me, it makes me smile ear to ear. It is so beautiful. It's so kind. It's so loving. And that is the energy you want to share with yourself. Not, oh my God, I look like this. I look so old. Look at my hair. Look at that. Check it at the door. That is not serving you. I want you to treat yourself so lovingly. And you can be a cool cat. You could be like, hello, my friend. That's fun. That's not you going, I love you, if you're not comfortable with that. But saying hello, my friend, is such a beautiful way to engage with yourself. Really, when we start engaging with ourselves, because our body listens, our body knows, our subconscious hears, our higher self knows. If you start saying nasty things to yourself, it's going to believe it. It doesn't know the difference. Your subconscious does not know the difference. You say something, it's a command. It just automatically is assuming that, well, I am ugly, or I'm fat, or I don't even want to say these things because I feel like I don't want to confuse my subconscious right now. Let's use words that I am loving, I am beautiful, I am enough. I want you to say that every day. On the walk, if you're puttering around doing cleaning around the house or decluttering, I am enough if I don't have this special pillow. I am enough if I don't have all this paperwork as a safety blanket. I am enough. You are great in this moment. I'm so tired of the world telling us that we are not enough if we don't have X, Y, and Z. You are enough in this moment. All the extra stuff is bonus if it leans into your why. So you want to live your life, you want to do these things. I want you to sit back. I want you to think about, how do you talk to yourself if you missed a workout? How do you talk to yourself if you didn't eat properly for one day? How do you talk to yourself? This is a big one. If you are just sitting down and not doing anything, do you call yourself lazy? Let me tell you a little secret. That's not a you thing. That's a society thing. But the truth of the matter is you need both. You need to, and that's a whole other conversation. We need to be able to sit and be so we can get our intuitive hits and then we take action. This is inspiration into manifestation. Think about cars. Think about the idea of a car. Someone didn't just go, I'm going to make a car. They sat back, they had an idea, they built off it creativity, and then they made it into something. Then they brought it to life. I know you guys have stuff like that in there. You probably have amazing ideas in there, in that creative space, if you allow it to come in. That's the difference. Are you going to allow it to free flow into you? Something to think about. So I want you to start with hello, my friend, every day. Try and do that one. I love it. And just say, I trust my timing. I don't have to be perfect to be powerful. And here's the bonus. If you really want to do it for yourself, record it and listen to it over and over again. It's really powerful. So how do we make this stuff stick? Like the motivation, because we need to have some sort of structure behind it. If you have motivation without structure, it will fade away. It will come in short little bursts and then it will fall off. And we don't want that. I want you to be aware of how we can actually make sure that we're setting up a structure for yourself that will lead to your success. So create a morning ritual, whatever that is. Take 5 minutes for you in the morning. It could be reconnecting with what your why is, taking a breath, journaling, meditating. It could be when you grab a coffee in the morning and you're just being reflective as to what your intention is for the day. I'll take it, right? Remember, what do I want to do today that's going to align into my why, where I want to go? Could be even when you're in the shower and you're washing your hair. Make it automatic so it's not a heavy thing that you're adding to. The second one is you want a visual tracker, however you can do that. If it's an X on the calendar, which actually really works, I'm not even joking, or if it's some sort of measurement that you can visually see, I'm doing it. Because when you start seeing the streak move along, it's extremely powerful. It's a habit tracker. I know that they have one in the app. I'm old school. I like to see stuff. So I literally have a calendar and I put little red dots, or they're different colors. But when I see the calendar and there's 4 dots in, good, I got my time in, whatever that is. For me, it was like going to the gym, but it can be for anything. You need to create accountability. And I would strongly suggest that it is a multiplier that you are working with. Who's your accountability buddy? Everybody needs one. I have one that on Mondays I meet at 10 a.m. and we talk about our goals, how are we tracking, what's working, what's not. This is amazing because it helps you stay on track. It allows you to stay committed to whatever goal that is for yourself. And that's really important. And I would say you start building an identity around it, because it's not like, oh, I want to stay motivated. It's, oh, I'm a person who shows up, period. I show up for myself. I show up for this vision of my future self. It's really the actions. I've said this before, the actions that you do today are really for your future self. Your future self will thank you. Your future self will turn around and go, hey, thanks, man. Thanks for making better food choices so I can live the life that I wanted to live. I know it sounds funny, but it's truth. When we learn how to connect, that our decisions right now really have a huge impact on the future. It's not a joke. If you want these great things in your life, make decisions now. Stay motivated now. And it's simple in the way, ask yourself, do I show up for myself? Do I keep my promises to myself, or do I blow them off when it gets hard? And if you're blowing them off because it gets hard, then that means your why isn't strong enough. If you want to lose weight because you just want to look good, it's got to be deeper, because that will not stick when it gets tough. And I will tell you, motivation, if you really want to be motivated on the journey, it's an inside game. You get fueled from within, and it will drive you where you need to go. If you're constantly looking for motivation externally without really doing some of the work internally, you're kind of on an uphill battle, because motivation can flitter. Sometimes we have it, sometimes we don't. But if you're grounded and you are the type of person that shows up for themselves, that's a game changer. You're motivated because this is who you are. This is how you show up. I want to close out with this. If you don't feel fired up every day, I want you to lean into your why. Why are you taking the step to change your life? And why is critical, because that's going to motivate you to get to the next level. And your why allows you to be kind to yourself. That's why you're doing it. It helps you really say that I'm ready, I'm willing, and I'm going to do whatever it takes. But I'm going to make sure that I am surrounding myself with the right people, that I'm being kind to myself. I've got good, healthy routines, and I'm going to track it. I'm going to track it for myself, either audio tracking or visual tracking, whatever that is for you. But make sure you're doing that. I'm going to pause there and say, wow, thank you so much. There was tons of good practical tips here from multiple people. All right, you beautiful souls. Thank you so much. And I will see you. Talk to you then. Bye.